Hi everyone, I hope you're all. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, Bitcoin, we did get this beautiful monthly close. Okay, above this key level of support. Like I've said to you, I've been reminding you for the last 4 months. You know, we're coming down to it. Last month in January, we got the close above it, and then we've come down. We've created a high low on the wick just there, and we've actually closed higher as well. We had quite a substantial pump yesterday for Bitcoin, coming up to a key level resistance. And right now, you could potentially see that this correction could actually be in right now. And this retracement is what we're looking for. We're looking for this retracement to come back up to the high. Now, if it starts to fail at that point, starts to come back down to these lows, that's quite negative price action, just like the previous bear market just there, where we came down to support, started to come back up, made a series of lower highs, and that was indeed, confirming a bear market structure right there. And this is a structure that I was looking for the whole time. You're going to come down, and then you're going to get the retracement. You always do, okay? And it's the thing that gives the game away. It was the same last year when we was coming down to this level of support as well, and we started to come back up, okay? And this retracement just here, I said to you, it's really important that we come back to a normal level of support and continue with the trend and break the high, because if we don't, at that point, that could confirm a bear market. So I was saying exactly the same thing in this correction as I've been saying in this correction so far, okay? So, it is what it is. You have to adhere to price structure, and at the moment, the price structure is showing us that on a monthly time frame, you're looking relatively bullish because you've got a low, a higher low, a high, and a higher high. So that's bullish market structure at the moment, okay? But what I'm looking for is bearish market structure, okay? The confirmation that you're going to come up, create a dead cat bounce scenario where you retrace to this high, roll, and then you're creating that depleting buying pressure and essentially some kind of descending triangle, where at the end of that you get your price compression. Every single bear market you get your price compression, and then you capitulate at some point, okay? That's what we've always done in bear markets, and I've always said to you, we're looking for that kind of structure. Here, in the previous bear market, we did actually come down to the 20, bounced off it, come back up. There's your dead cat bounce, look, a retracement to that high, and that's when you start to come down. You made a series of lower highs, and at that point, you got the price compression, and you capitulated there, okay? So, this is what we're looking for me to confirm the bear market. Equally, we was looking for 3 other signals, okay? One on the Gaussian channel on the 5-day time frame, which we avoided twice. We came down there, almost fell out, came back into resistance, came down there, almost fell out, and right now we're coming back into resistance. So at the minute on the 5-day Gaussian, you can see that the resistance is the 20 EMA in a def cross. So that's not a good thing, because essentially if you do start to hit that as resistance and come back and you start to fall out of the Gaussian, historical data has shown us that that is the confirmation of a bear market, okay? Whenever we've fallen out of Gaussian on the 5-day, that shows that you're looking at some kind of capitulation event there for Bitcoin. Have we got it yet? No, okay? And one thing here on the weekly time frame, we're looking for the def cross, okay? We're looking for the def cross. Have we got it yet? No. At the moment, we're rallying. We're trying to get back above the 55, okay? If we see ourselves get back above the 20, this is a correction. It's come down a little bit of a fake out. You can see, look at this beautiful reversal structure that you're creating just there for Bitcoin. A series of high lows, sorry. Key level resistance right there. It would be nice to see some closes above these key levels of resistance here for Bitcoin. Okay, there is a key level resistance that we are running into. I'm going to show you in a minute when I dive in. But this is what you want to see in this retracement. You want to see it come back up, hold the EMAs and start to come back up and prevent the def cross, because for me the def cross is a confirmation of a capitulation event for Bitcoin, okay? Equally, we've got the monthly 20, which we've closed above. We've got the 5-day Gaussian, and we've got the weekly def cross, which is at the moment being prevented. Like I said to you, get some kind of EMA repel down here that prevents a def cross. So we're not completely out of the woods. There is still the potential that this could turn into a bear market. Obviously, you've come down, which is a high low at the moment, and it is structurally sound, and you start to re-attack these highs. At this point, you come back up and get some price action like this, where you impulsively break, you retrace, and then you impulsively break again. So let's say, for example, okay, we're looking at a beautiful retracement here for Bitcoin. The bottom is in, okay, the bottom was actually in. Let's take a look at this this downtrend that we've actually broken out of. Like I said to you, if you take a look, we've got this downtrend that started from the high in November. We're coming down, resistance, 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 and at that point we did actually start to break out just here, okay? So we broke out and we fell back to this neckline of support, back tested the resistance of support, okay? So that's a bit of confidence just there in a higher low structure. And then what we've done, we've come down yesterday, we broke into the 20, like I said to you in yesterday's video, like we did there. We came back to support, we've come back to support, which was the previous level of resistance of this broadening wedge, which the technical target has now been met, and we've broken out basically, and you're breaking out. But you are running into a key level resistance just there at the moment, okay, this high. So we do need to see this high broken, because if we don't, this is where you might start to fall back and create another high low here, and big, massive ascending triangle in the month of March, which is a bullish reversal pattern, and with that would be a triple bottom basically. You got one low there, you got one low there, and potentially if you start to get rejected here and start to put in a fractal like this where you start to come back, everyone will get really bearish again. But providing you hold these high lows, okay, and you know, you get that triple bottom on the go and that huge ascending triangle, then towards the end of March, come the start of April, we could be looking at some kind of beautiful breakout here for Bitcoin, okay, taking us up to them price appreciations up there and really starting to get this retracement to this high and a potential new all-time high for Bitcoin. Okay, so this is beautiful market structure. Like I said to you, you can't ignore the price action. Okay, yeah, you're coming down, resistance, you know, essentially you've got some kind of big A, B, C correction down there, coming down to these lows, retracing in a correction. There's some 5 waves up, 3 waves down. Okay, you're looking for the retracement, holding the lows, and right now you start to get the retracement to these highs. Okay, so for me, you know, if Bitcoin does start to come up and we create this beautiful reversal pattern just here, which, you know, it is looking pretty much likely at the moment because of the high low structure and the level of resistance, you start to come back and hold that high low and come back up and break that resistance, you will be in a technical breakout target to around about 53k, which would be amazing, and you would really be getting a retracement to that high on the go, on the cards basically. Now, does it mean that we're in a bear market? Well, you know, it could do if you start to reject at that point and start to come back any deeper, because this is the structure I'm looking for. Okay, this is beautiful market structure right now. You're coming up like that, resistance potentially come back like that, you know, and then you got that beautiful ascending triangle which we've been sort of targeting since you created this low. You know, you start to create this structure. This is a very, very powerful reversal structure. You start to come up, back test, boom, you're getting a breakout, and it's at this point, this retracement to this high, okay, if it starts to roll and comes back down to these lows, then that's really, really negative. That's bear market structure, and it's a structure I'm looking for, which I've told you the whole time. But there is a chance here, there is a chance that this is corrective, okay, coming back down to this low, and right now you're just going to come up impulsively, correctively, and impulsively once more, and mirror this sort of fractal that we put in last year, where you might start to go a little bit parabolic here, and you might get that mania blow off top phase of a bull run, which we've not necessarily had here in this corrective phase of a bull run. Okay, so with Bitcoin on the daily time frame, then you can see that this is a key level resistance just there. Okay, so I would anticipate that if you get through that, amazing, you know, holding back to some support, you're getting a breakout. But if you do start to get rejected there, it's not necessarily a bad thing, and could be a lovely little short opportunity coming back down, retracing to this low. Okay, so we broke out in this pattern. We've met the technical target, so that pattern can go right now, you know, and this fib retracement as well, because we retraced phenomenal level support just there as well to that low, you know, and right now this is a key low at 34349 that Bitcoin put in on the 24th of February. Okay, so you put in a low there on the 24th of Jan, and then a month later you put in a low there, higher low, on the 24th of February. Okay, and you're actually broken out of this downtrend on the 4th of February in this huge impulsive break. I mean, look at the candle there, shows that you've broken the trend. Do you understand that? You know, that's an 11% plus candle that we put in, ran into resistance at this high, like I said to you, coiling up, coming back for support in a higher low. This is lovely structure. You know, you can't ignore price action, and the price action at the minute is pretty tasty. So what I'm anticipating, okay, I don't necessarily think we're going to get some kind of explosive breakout. We might do, okay, but at that point I do think that Bitcoin could start to get a little bit overextended, okay, from the EMAs, especially on the hourly and 4 hourly time frame. So like I said to you, the bulls go up the stairs, okay, the bulls go up the stairs and the bears come out the window, don't they? You know, so what I'm looking for is some beautiful upside, retracement, upside, potential retracement, get rejected at this level, coming back to a higher low structure, and essentially some kind of big ascending triangle. So what I'm going to do right now is draw a trend line here from there to there, and you could see potentially, you know, if Bitcoin does start to get rejected at this level, at this high, and does start to retrace, is at this point, you know, wherever it is in March, this could be a beautiful little entry point to put in a lovely little long to ride it back up, and at that point you really are getting this beautiful sort of triple bottom pattern, an ascending level of support basically, and this horizontal level of resistance that when you do start to break out of it, you're going to be in a beautiful technical target, a minimal technical target. I'll show you right now from there to there. You know, wherever you start to break that resistance, you know, you could actually break it here, you know, but I think that you start to get a little bit overextended if you do. You could be looking at $57,000 Bitcoin, you know. So in the future, whenever we do start to break this resistance, that would be the technical target of around about 26%. Okay, so that's basically Bitcoin. I would anticipate that this is a key level resistance moving forward for Bitcoin, and if we fail to get through that, then this is where you could start to come back, a nice little short opportunity down to that level of support, open a lovely little long, and then ride it back up. Okay, so it's all about that low right now, 34349. That's your key low in this uptrend that you find yourself in for Bitcoin, okay? But one thing we have to do here is break out this key level of resistance, okay, to show that the bulls are in control and we are holding this high-low structure and we're starting to come back up the stairs, okay, for Bitcoin. So that's basically Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed that update. All these events right here, you know, breaking out this broadening wedge, all of it is tradable on Bybit. The link is in each and every single video description. Stay safe, everyone. Take care. Thank you for support. Bye bye.